G'day, mates. G'day, mates. G'day, mates. I reckon I got a beautiful deal for you today. It's a chance to grab a Delta Airlines ticket from LA to Melbourne, Australia, and almost unbelievably, for just about $100 and around 50,000 miles. This amazing SkyMiles deal, promoting Delta's new route to Melbourne, Australia, known as the world's most livable city, should drop soon. How do I know it's coming? Because I've snagged 3 similar deals, 3 years running, all promoting Delta routes to new, spectacular South Pacific destinations. First, in 2022, it was to French Polynesia. In 2023, it was to New Zealand. And last year, in 2024, it was to Brisbane, Australia. All non-stop flights with departures from LAX. So if history is anything to go by, next up will be Delta's SkyMiles deal for its new route to Melbourne, or as locals call it, Melbourne, which will begin in December of 2025. This new Melbourne route was announced earlier this year, and again, based on past deals, the SkyMiles deal for it should come sometime before or during August. In any event, around August. So now a little guidance. Let's dig into what these sweet, mind-blowing Delta SkyMiles deals have been like in the past. Keep in mind, I'm not a big SkyMiler. I rarely have more than 50,000 SkyMiles to my name at any given time. So clearly, people who are barely in the program can benefit too, at least with flash deals like this. My first go at this started in 2022, when Airfare Finder, a thrifty traveler, tipped me off to Delta's new route and subsequent deal to French Polynesia. I hesitated at first, thinking, how could this be real? How could a lifelong Hawaii lover like me score a deal to an even more exotic Polynesian destination for just $59.97, plus 50,000 sky miles? And that's how a sometimes flyer like me, with few miles, got to go to a dream destination he hadn't yet dreamed of. The new French Polynesia route started in December of 2022, but the SkyMiles rates were available from December into February of 23. So I ended up spending 9 days in the winter of 2023, which was the heat of their summer, primarily on the islands of Moorea and Tahiti. I stayed in way outside the box Airbnbs, took a car from one island to the next, swam with black-tipped sharks, dined with stingrays, and I got a heck of a jet ski tour on one of the most beautiful lagoons on Earth. But the whole time I was there, I couldn't believe how fortunate I was. I still can't. I came home, I produced a little video for others to see, and done and dusted, I thought that was it. I'd gotten lucky. It wouldn't happen again. And then it did. Delta announced a new route from LAX to New Zealand. And the SkyMiles deal that followed, in June of 2023, was just as good as the French Polynesia deal had been. Get this, it was a mere $80.95 plus 37,400 sky miles. That's it. Round trip, LA to Auckland. Now keep in mind, with Delta, you get a 15% mileage discount when you book with Delta's co-branded American Express credit cards. It's called the Delta Takeoff 15 benefit. And if you're in the SkyMiles program, more than likely you have a Delta co-branded American Express card. So just make sure when you're buying your ticket that you use that credit card to pay. So even with a rock-bottom SkyMiles price, they'll take 15% more off the mileage. It just keeps getting better. So, you guessed it, in March of 2024, I was off to Auckland to start 15 days in New Zealand.
Walk to Auckland, where the local time is 8:48.
And from Milford Sound to Queenstown to Christchurch, and from the South Island's Transalpine train and back all the way to Auckland Harbor on the North Island, I really put those days to good use. So when I got back home, this time I produced a few New Zealand video guides. I was content. I mean, come on, I had gotten to go down under. I had always wanted to go to New Zealand. I'd also wanted to go to Australia, but I'd always wanted to go to New Zealand to see what life down there was like. Chances of Australia, come on, that's just a pipe dream. That's not gonna happen. Or so I foolishly thought. In 2024, Delta announced a new route from Los Angeles to Brisbane, Australia. And in August, Thrifty Traveler once again tipped me off to the SkyMiles deal there. And like the others, the new route would start in December of 2024, and the reward tickets would be available until March of the next year. So of course I jumped on it again, booking end of February, mid-March of 2025.
Welcome to Brisbane, where the local time this morning here is 6:25. Please stay seated with your seatbelt fastened.
Another great thing about SkyMiles, if the airfare or the miles required for it drops after booking, you can cancel and rebook at the lower rate, just as I did for Brisbane. In August, the cost was $114 plus 54,000 SkyMiles. In October, I canceled and rebooked for 45,800 miles, a net savings of 8,600 SkyMiles. This time I booked 2.5 weeks down under, staying primarily with friends, much farther south of Brisbane, in, you guessed it, Melbourne. So yes, if I ever get it done, I will have one heck of an insightful guide for you to watch before you head to Melbourne after you snag this expected SkyMiles deal. But even with my extended stay over in Melbourne earlier this year, I did experience some fun-filled days in Brisbane, site of the 2032 Summer Olympics. So now I'm home again. I'm just sitting here waiting for the new deal to drop. And I can't wait! Waiting for Delta to announce another amazing deal. But this time it's to a South Pacific destination that I actually know, that I have been to, and that I highly recommend to you. You may call it Melbourne, they'll call it Melbourne. Melbourne, because Australians shorten and make every word fun. Melbourne is almost always consistently ranked as the world's most livable city, with incredible food, great places to stay, adventure around every corner, and the most incredible people you will ever meet.
But, you know, this is Melbourne.
You will fall in love with the city. You will fall in love with the country. It's a trip not to be missed. Now, what I'm going to do, I am monitoring the heck out of this, and as soon as Delta announces these tickets, I will be back to tell you what I did, what you should do, and how quickly you might want to move on them. Again, go. This is an incredible opportunity if you have the miles. Spend them here. Now, Delta SkyMiles, like all rewards programs, has its ups and downs. But for flash sales, and especially new routes like this, and in my case, over the last 3 years, for new routes destined for the South Pacific, it's been unbelievable. I'm not a miles points guy. I never have the miles to do that. I travel to a specific set of places in the world that I like. I'm a beach person. So Hawaii, Majorca, anywhere there's an island, I'll count Ireland, Iceland, New Zealand, Australia, obviously, French Polynesia. These are the types of places that I go. I'm not adverse to mountains, but the mountain needs to be near the water. So, for instance, in Majorca, I love the Sierra de Tramontana mountain range because spectacular mountain range right there on the ocean. I've got another unexpected tip for you. At the 1st of July, 2025, when this video posts, SkyMiles flights to Auckland are available for just 60,000 SkyMiles from airports all across the country. So if that's your dream, get on it. Take a look at some of my guides. Hopefully you'll like those kinds of things, and keep in mind this is not typically what I do, but it is such a great deal that I tell my friends about it all the time. I've been doing it for 3 years. This is the 4th year. I'm not sure there's going to be a 5th destination. So I hope to see some of you on the plane headed to Melbourne as soon as we can all get ticketed and set on our way. And my name is Jim Albritton. Thanks for watching this much of this video, and hopefully you've benefited from it, and hopefully you'll benefit from some of my other videos. So until next time, good eye, mate.